The vice president of Malawi, Saulos Chilima, now has been confirmed that he is dead. He and 9 others government officials who have, crashed in a plane. It's a military plane that has been carrying them to go outside of the capital town of Malawi for some kind of funeral. Hello, I am Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest. So this morning we have brought to you that the plane that was carrying the vice president of Malawi and 9 other officials was missing. It was off the radar, and then they were searching. So now later on, it was confirmed that they are killed. They have been able to locate the plane, and the government himself, the president, has been, leading in bringing an update of the news of the whereabouts, and then finally to broke the news of their death. That's unfortunate. First of all, our condolences here from Connect Africa to the people of Malawi, to the brothers and sisters, to the families, have lost their lives. And one thing, what you have to know is that, which also I have said it earlier, this Vice President Saulos Chilima, he was at one point there were allegations that he was suspected of a bribe or a corruption, that he gave a contract, government work, like some kind of contract that is given, and then he received money for it, but then without really further ado, it was without any pressing of the charge. This thing was just out of sight, out of anything, and it never came back. That is one. And secondly, the second point is that what you have, this kind of, it was also, now this one is also said to be a hard landing, and this reminds us also the helicopter that crashed, of the, having the Iranians that got killed, the Iranian president, the foreign minister, and other officials of the country. It is the same thing. And again, another similarity is also now that the other one was the Iran helicopter that crashed. It was also said bad weather, and for this one for the hard landing, it was said to be also bad weather. Now, it's up to us to connect the date, but I'm just giving you, things that can provoke thought. What are the circumstances, what are the surroundings, then we will be able to dig more. I will share with you, this is a video when the president breaks the news to the people of Malawi.
Heavy for words. Although I stand before you with a heart too heavy for words, and though I know that you are all filled with more anxiety than words can soothe, I humbly beg your pardon and ask you to allow me to tell you what we know so far. At 7:05 a.m. this morning, a Malawi Defense Force aircraft number MAFTO3 left Mzuzu Airfield and landed at Kamuzu International Airport at 7:48 a.m. to carry the Honorable Vice President to Mzuzu to attend the funeral of former Attorney General and Minister of Justice, late Honorable Ralph Kasambala. Then at 9:17 a.m., the aircraft departed Kamuzu International Airport with the Vice President and 9 other individuals on board, including Mr. Lucas Kapeni, Mr. Chisomo Maneni, Ms. Gloria Mtukule, Ms. Chanil Zimbiri, Mr. Dan Kanyemba, Mr. Abdul Lapken, as well as Colonel Sambalopa, Major Selemani, and Major Aydin, who were the MDF officers operating the aircraft. However, upon arrival in Mzuzu, the pilot was unable to land the plane due to poor visibility occasioned by bad weather. And aviation authorities advised the aircraft to return to Lilongwe. But the authorities soon lost contact with the aircraft. The MDF commander contacted me immediately, and I ordered him to effect a search and rescue operation and to give me a report within 4 hours. That report was given to me at 3 p.m., and by that time, it had been established using signals from telecommunication towers in the area that the plane was located somewhere within a 10-kilometer radius of Raiplai, which has since become the area of focus for the MDF search and rescue operation. I know that some media outlets have reported that the search and rescue operations has been suspended, but this is false. MDF soldiers are still on the ground carrying out the search, and I have given strict orders that the operation should continue until the plane is found. I have also directed the MDF officials who are overseeing the operation to give you, everyone, regular updates on how the operation is going so that you can all be informed about the progress of establishing what happened to our loved ones, our colleagues, and our fellow compatriots who were on board that flight. I know that this is a heartbreaking situation. I know that we are all frightened and concerned. I too am concerned. But I want to assure you that I am sparing no available resource to find that plane. And I am holding on to every fiber of hope that we will find survivors. We have already contacted our neighboring countries, as well as development partners, including the US government, the British government, the Norwegian government, and the Israeli government, who have all offered support in different forms, including the use of specialized technologies that will enhance our capacity to find the plane sooner. And I am most grateful for this support. Until I address you again, I ask you to use the MDF updates as an official source of information so that you are not misled by hearsay. And more than anything, I ask you to pray for those who are on board and for their families. But come what may, I assure you that God is with us and will see us through this dark tunnel, especially if we stick together and help each other. Thank you all for listening, and God bless you. Although I stand
Sorry, my mic was off. So that was the Zambian president, when he broke the news that the plane was missing, that military plane that was carrying them. Of course, now we all know that they are dead. Now, this is where also he broke the news about their days, when their days was confirmed. It's just a small video. I mean, the credit goes to for the footage, Africa Abraza Africana, I think. Yeah, really, thank you for the footage. Invite you to watch this.
24 hours after missing off radar, upon failing to land at Mzuzu Airport while ferrying the Malawian Vice President Saulos Chilima and 9 other individuals on June 10, 2024, the Dornier 228 twin-turboprop utility aircraft, of registration number MAFT-03 was found at around midday on June 11, 2024. But unfortunately, all that was remaining was a wreckage of its former self. The wreckage was found inside Chikangawa Forest Reserve in the country's northern part, after an intense search by the Malawian Defense Forces, police officers and forest servicemen and women, and other search and rescue teams that altogether made up a consolidated team of over 200 individuals. Upon stumbling on the wreckage, it was immediately established to be the one in question, because the registration number MAFT-03 was clearly visible. Surrounding the plane were burnt twigs and grass, indicating that the plane had bursted into flames upon crash landing on the hilly and grassy landscape, but we couldn't establish right away if any individual had survived the crash. And without saying much, take a look at the scenes of the wreckage and crash site in this slide.
The gray area between hacker hunter
So sorry about that, but so that was it. It's another interesting thing. Again, I want you to pay attention to this as we are coming to the end of this report. The vice president who died, Saulos Chilima, was previously, a few years back, or 1 year, maybe maximum 2 years back, there were allegations of corruption that he gave governmental contracts. That was, and then those allegations just disappeared and nobody brought the case again, but it was all in the media. That is number one. Number two, it is the same. You can take the helicopter crash, carrying the Iranian president, foreign minister, and other officials. It was bad weather, and the same thing with this one. And hard landing, the word hard landing and bad weather are the same. Number three, you can also, what you have to pay attention is that Hakainde Hichilema, who is the president of Malawi, is the one you just saw now breaking the news. He is more, in Africa, you can categorize those who are really very good friend of the West. So he's one of them. And you can see that from the names that he's mentioning, those who promised to help him to search. And anyway, those are some pointers to pay attention. But of course, there are more things we need to hear. Hopefully, this is a natural cause. It's sad. Our condolences here from Connect Africa. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of all these things? And the one who died, actually, the vice president of Malawi, he just came, from Seoul, South Korea, where like about 46, 48 African leaders were there. So he just came there with his wife. And in fact, he didn't even go to home. So it was from there, then he was transferred to, he gone to the Mzuzu airport, and then from there he was picked, to attend the funeral of that attorney general with other officials. That was it for now. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Thank you, Julia Mendes, all the way from Brazil, for reminding our people to like it. Thank you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Please give it a like if you like what we bring you here. Share the video with others. If you want to help us further, so you can donate to our PayPal account. You can find it in the description section. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.